Hi, friends. It's now 10:34 p.m., July the 29th of 2024. Um, I was wondering what I could share with you new, and I've had so many problems with cell phones. I thought maybe you had problems with cell phones. And I've been working for, I would say, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a month. I'm going to share with you what happened. It's not scripted. I haven't written it down, but I have written down the cell phones I had. Um, Let me tell you the first thing that happened is I had two good cell phones by Samsung Galaxy, and I'm looking down here. One was a Samsung A23, and another one looks like it was an A13. I think I had an A11 also in there, and an A14. The reason I mention this is they switched to Spanish on the incoming people's wanting to leave a message. All of a sudden, they switched to Spanish. Okay, part one. And don't worry about these model numbers because I think it whatever the problem was, Motorola, I mean not Motorola, but Samsung couldn't figure it out, and the carrier couldn't figure it out, and I've been working with them actually for a month, even though I said just a few weeks. I've been working by myself for a few weeks on it. I've been going to YouTube trying to figure out how to switch the message part back to English. So when people call me, they can't leave a message because they're hearing it in Spanish. Second of all, if they know Spanish and leave a message, when I hit star 86 on my phone to get messages, it will all be interpreted in Spanish. Okay. Now, follow me. When I call out, it's in English. People can hear me just like you hear me. No problem there. If a person sends me a text message, it comes in English. If I send one out, it comes in English. It's obvious that there's a problem there if a person wants to leave a message with me. However, there's not a problem if I call them first because it'll be in English. Let me reframe this. If I call out on these Samsung Galaxies, and this is the first 3 months this has happened. I've had those phones forever. I'm talking about that brand of phones. Now, if I call out, I always get the person. If I text out, they always get the text. If they call me, they get my message in Spanish. if they leave a message in Spanish or English, either one, if they do know Spanish, when I hit star 86 to pull my messages, it will be in Spanish and I cannot understand it. Okay, so I'm not the type of guy who keeps my cell phone all the time that when it rings I'm going to press the button and I'll get them in English because it hadn't gone into the voice message. I know a lot of people do keep their phones on all the time, don't they? So that wouldn't be any problem. Well, it is a problem, but it's not a problem that is like I'm dealing with. I have called my phone carrier, Verizon, numerous times. I've called Motorola, not Motorola. That's who I just now bought a phone from. Track phone, Samsung. I've called them numerous times. And I really believe that they're reading off a sheet of paper of what I should do, because it never works. So tonight I took it in my own hands and I put it on YouTube how to deal with this, how to deal with my problem. So what I did was I did what's called a hard reset. It was a factory hard reset. It was supposed to erase everything. This is the second time I've done this, but I thought this time it'll work because I'm doing it a different way. Okay, so everything was set up, and I went ahead and set it up like it was a new cell phone. And then I hit star 86, which is my messages, and I start hearing this stuff in Spanish. I said, that's it. The reason I'm sharing this is to see if y'all have had any of the same situations. And I'll tell you one other thing that happened too. If you didn't know I was trustworthy, you wouldn't believe this. On two phones, and we're talking about Samsung Galaxies, they reverse the numbers, A23 and A11, I think. They change the model number. I called all the people I knew how to call that was affiliated with Samsung and with my carrier and with Verizon, and none of them, they all knew the answer because they had a sheet of paper in front of them that they were reading from. But none of it worked. And then I tried it tonight. I thought, well, surely I Googled it, how to deal with this problem. Then I went on to YouTube with the same problem, and I did exactly what was said, and the Spanish kept coming back. Nothing against another language. It's just like people can't leave me messages. I do own sort of a business. It's very part time, but you know how that's going to end up. It's not going to be a soft landing when people can't understand what to do when they call me. Okay, so Jim, you're saying, what are you going to do about it? This is what I did about it. I looked on Amazon and I found a phone for $47.37, and I'm going to tell you what the model number is. I read the reviews. Now, I haven't had a Motorola phone for 5 years. And at that time, I was buying them from Amazon for gifts because they were $10. And because I'm a Prime member, it was free postage. So I was given these $10 Motorola phones, but let me say they didn't have enough memory to suit some people, I'm sure. Well, that was 5 years ago. This is the first time since 5 years I bought a Motorola. This is it. Motorola. Then it says Moto, M-O-T-O, space G. Then Play 32, GB, black. The price on Amazon tonight, $47.57. Let's just round it off to $48. Reviews are great. Today is July the 29th, 2024, so that gives you a little idea about how much they are today. I don't know how good they'll be. I know I've had great luck with Motorola's, but I haven't had them for 5 years. Maybe I need to go back to it. I don't know. I don't know anyone using Motorola's. No one. I knew one person when I went to a wedding, and he had an expensive Motorola, and he was proud of it. That was also 5 years ago. Mine wasn't good. His was great. He had paid more than I had paid for mine. $10 in what you call a super duper Motorola. His could have been a $150 one or $200 one. Okay, now what else can we share tonight? I'm feeling okay. Like I said, I've been very frustrated over the phones, and I want to talk to you again. I want to talk to you maybe tomorrow. And if you gain anything from my information, or if you like the way I look or talk, or if you like my style of communication, I almost have 90 subscribers. It's 89. I checked it before I looked. I have 89 subscribers. I need 1,000. That's true. You need 1,000 before you can get on this high level deal where you can get paid a fourth of a penny for every person that watches you. Something like that. Well, I ain't there yet, but they said in 6 years I will be, from those that have gotten. They use the word monetized. They never taught me that word in grade school, and I did get out of grade school without failing. So, being monetized, if you want to do what I do, you can do it. I don't know how to hook up with other people to where they may even suggest that they even look at me. But I'm out here in a rural area. I'm out here where raccoons are on my porch and deck and they're pooping on it. My wife mentioned that to me today. She said, "Would you get your pet coons off the porch? They're pooping on the porch and they're pooping on the deck." I said, "They're my pets." And that's all I gotta share. If you like it, hit like. If you want to be the 90th subscriber, let me give you a hint. You got 3 choices: the bottom one, the middle one, and the top one. The top choice will let you know the minute I release a new video. And I hope, for goodness sakes, it's something that you'll like. Thanks for visiting me tonight. Like I said, I don't do electronic and phone type videos, even though I'm a ham radio operator, and basically also I've built transmitters, I've built radios when I was younger. I talked to people over the world on ham radio, which is also called amateur radio. But that's not connected to any of this phone stuff tonight. It's just to let you know, I've got a variety of different things that we can talk about and share. And if any of that interests you, I may be sharing it. My name's Jim, and I'll be looking forward to talking with you in the next couple days. And if you don't get a reply from me quickly, don't give up. I'm swamped. Really, I'm swamped. I'm not bragging. I'm saying I'm trying to do too many things, and when I can get to the comments, that I'll do it. Take care now. Bye.